Okay, we go to the introduction of the USM Hockey Stadium. Okay, first is the when, why was the facility built? Okay, USM Hockey Stadium was started to build in the 90s and completely open to the public and staff on the end of 90, and it can be occupied around 600 capacity of spectator in one time. And second is involving 2.4 million, which is expected to be complete in March 2016, which is this is the uh, upgrading of the facility by the director of Muhammad Hanef, uh, who is head to upgrade the hockey stadium. And we can see that University of Science Malaysia USM is being dominant as an institution in the Malaysia, which is not only as an institution but also the sport, which is Pusat Sukan Tumpuan in Malaysia, have the Pesta Hockey and other competition. And next is the what might the land community have looked like in this area when this facility was built. The the possibility of community like in the USM Hockey Stadium when was built is can be either the student, athlete or lecturer. Okay, mostly in this stadium, uh, the people that use this facility is from the student athlete of QSM and also the lecturer, and also have the athlete hockey that from outside the USM that rent for this hockey stadium for their training or friendly match. And uh, the USM Hockey Stadium can generate and gain the income to the community of the University of South Malaysia. For example, like a team or athlete or person or people that want to use this facility must buy to use this facility, which is for the staff of USM, like student, lecturer, or other. The price for rent is lower than the person that outside or not in the staff. So from this, we can see that USM Hockey Stadium can get the money and enhance their financial to upgrade more their they use the money or financial or their financial to upgrade more their facility.
So, Assalamualaikum, my name is Aiman Mustafa Abrakri. So I will explain about the question number 2, which is the facility users on the hockey stadium in USMs. So firstly, for the facility users in USM, which is the current activity on that facility. So basically, the current activity that been held in the USM hockey stadiums is first is the training grounds. So basically, as we know, that are the stadiums of USM. So basically, the facility will be used by the USM hockey athletes, which is as their training places. So basically, the grounds will be the place that the USM hockey athlete will be trainings and preparing their upcoming tournaments. So next, the facility also will be used as the IPT or open competition. So basically, as we know, the USM Hockey Stadium is one of the best quality stadiums for IPT facility in terms of hockey. So basically, if the schedule had been set that USM will organize for the IPT League for hockey, so basically, this stadium will be the place where the venue for hockey competitions. So lastly is the PST squad selections. So as we know, USM has been recognized as the PST, which is the Pusat Sukan Tumpuan for hockey sports. So basically, when the PST having a tournament, which is an international tournament that they will competing with other international university. So basically, PST we represents Malaysian students. So basically, PST will call up a potential hockey player from various university in Malaysia. So basically, the selection will be placed on USM because USM is the pusat sukan tumpuan for hockey in Malaysia. So then, for the other activity on the facility, which is beside the main one on the stadium, as we know, the main activity on the stadiums is hockey activities such as training, tournaments, and also selections. So, what are the other activity that can be held on the stadiums? So, first is the aerobics dance activity. As we know, on the stadiums, it also a place where education being placed, which is there are a lot of students in that facility. So basically, if the students want to hold an aerobic events, they can use the hockey grounds as the place where they're going to organize an aerobic dance. So basically, the turf is very suitable because it is easy to organize the aerobic dance, which is all the participants can be on the turf, while the instructor can be in front of the turf. So basically, it is suitable for the aerobic dance activity on the stadiums. So next is for fitness trainings. So basically, when athletes having a fitness trainings, so sometimes the athlete will use surrounding USM as their fitness training, which is they will joggings around USM. But actually, it is not suitable for them to use surrounding USM because uh, there are there are a lot of car moving around surrounding the USMs. So it is quite dangerous. So basically, the hockey the hockey grounds can also use as the fitness training, such as we know, there are a high quality turf. So basically, it is very good for the athlete to use that turf as a running grounds. So basically, the athlete can train a fitness trainings like a cone trainings, agility training on that turf. So basically, most of the athlete on USMs, not only hockey athlete, but other athlete, any athlete that has in USM, they can use that turf as their fitness training, such as they can do regularly a bleed test on that facility also.
Okay, for the facility design is the how we planning the facility and the challenge that we face during the planning of the facility. Okay, to planning the facility, we have the 6 steps of planning this facility, which is first is conduct a feasibility study. Conduct a feasibility study is we are ready to face the possibility thing that can happen. The possibility thing is come with the internal and external things, and when and the second is must have the contingency plan. So when we face the problem, we have the contingency plan or backup plan, so we can overcome that. And in the conduct of feasibility study, we have the challenge. The challenge is the relate to the master plan, which is climate. For example, like uh, when we running work running the to build the facility, so have heavy raining. So how we want to overcome that? So the challenge if the working day is delay or postponed to the another days, like that, something like that. Okay, next is develop a potential budget. Uh, Develop a potential budget. In the develop a potential budget, we must estimate the budget for the project. The budget for the project is we calculate the material, substance, or salary for the workers when they running to do this project. So, for the USM Hockey Stadium, the potential budget is 2.5 until 3 million for the stadium, and the budget is must affordable and follow the budget. So when the affordable and follow the budget, we can do the facility without any problem. And when we do this develop a potential budget, we have a challenge that also uh, relate to the master plan, which is site of the facility. As we know that site of the facility, this site is the development land. So when the development site or land, the price of this land is very expensive, and the owner must sell the price is highest, so it can also disturb the budget of the when we want to start the projects. The next is organize various planning. Organize with the various planning, we divide into their department. So when they have the divide the department, so they can do their jobs to start the projects, and when they get their job, so they will committed with their job, and they can have the progression in the planning the facility. And the challenge that have is the financial capability, which is when divide into the various planning commit. So the we must have the good financial to buy their salary. So it also can disturb the financial the budget. So we must make sure that it's can the financial and the organized various planning is the we as what we say that tally with the budget. Okay, next is the set realistic goal and objective. Okay, when we do the planning facility, we must set realistic goal and objective as a direct to the goal and the objective is a direction to the project. So when we have the direction, we can go to the one direction and not doing any other things. And all the people must follow all the have been set, because when they follow the goal and the objective, the project will be successful. Okay, challenge. What the challenge in the in when setting the realistic goal and objective? The challenge is must balance with the master plan. Okay, all the master plan component. So they must balance with all things. They must evaluate all the component and then make the realistic goal and objective. Okay, next is study political and financial marketplace. Okay, study political and financial marketplace. they must know the current political situation. If the current political situation is bad, the possibility that sponsor take back their the sponsor take back their sponsor take back their sponsorship and the current marketplace in all things. The current marketplace is the market of the equipment, material, substance, or anything that can contribute with the project. And the challenge is the financial capability which is our money, our financial to buy their salary, to buy the equipment, to buy the all the things that relate to the projects, and to get to have to build a USM hockey stadium. And next is the lastly is to bring the right people before projects start. Okay, right people is a very important thing because the right people can uh, give the right people can bring all of the people that contribute in the project to the positive things. Okay, people that contribute with that beneficity is must choose based on the experience. When they choose based on the experience, they have the experience to do any aspect in the facility planning, and then go to the best direction in project. They can go to the best direction in project because they can do any work or jobs that give to them. And uh, the challenge is to get the right people. They must refer to the master plan component. After that, when they evaluate with the master plan component, so they can choose the people that can conduct that things. Okay, that's all from me.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. To my beloved lecturer, okay, Miss Tiada binti Lamat. So my name is Muhammad Aziz bin Muhamdan. So today I will continue the slide, okay, or this topic regarding my point, okay, which is under the point number 4, okay, which is the 4.1, sorry, facility renovation that have been completed, okay. So basically we know that in 2016, okay, this hockey stadium has been given approximately around RM2.4 million to upgrade its facility, okay, in order to provide a better condition, okay. The USM Sport and Recreation Centre director, which is Muhammad Hanif, okay, Encik Muhammad Hanif said that they renovated or do the improvement there, okay, is because it has become a home stadium for the USM hockey team, and also are frequently used by other club or organisation, okay, to organize a competition. Furthermore, okay, he also said that renovation that plan to be done will be able to make the USM hockey stadium, okay, become not only as a court for any locally competition, but also be able to be host for the international purposes. So that's why they do the renovation to the stadium, okay. So the first one is I want to talk about their field, okay. So basically some of the improvement that was planned, okay, and has been made, okay, is by replacing the old carpet, okay, or the field surface into a new one, okay. The next one is the new upgrading infrastructure of the hockey consists of 4 layer of solid, okay, and soil before it covered up by the hockey turf or carpet, okay. For consists of 4 layers of solid soil. Okay, so the next one is the water spray, okay, also has been increased in number from 4 water spray to 6 water spray. So as we know, the new upgrading infrastructure is believed, okay, to be able, okay, to make it as a center point for tournament, especially in the university level, and also for the professional level in hosting the hockey tournament. Okay, the next point is security. So as we know, security is one of the important aspect that need to be concerned, because it will involve many people, okay, or many things. So in a short way, okay, short term, okay, to understand, which is a good security, okay, can produce a better sport facility condition. Okay, so the sport organisation, okay, has installed several CCTVs, okay, to prevent vandalism, thief, okay, and damage of property at the stadium. So basically, okay, the second one is, okay, the second one, security guard, sorry, the second one is security guard also will be placed in the stadium or outside the stadium, in order to make sure that the stadium is secure very well. So basically, a sport facility must be monitored daily or frequently, okay, by the responsible party, such as USM police, okay, or other people that are responsible for that duty. They should be monitored consistently, okay, according to the security schedule that was being made or that was being set by the sport facility manager, in order to avoid something bad happen, okay, to the facility. So it will help USM to improve their security management to a new level of excellence, much better. Okay, so these are two things, or two improvement, okay, two improvement that are being made to the USM hockey stadium. Okay. Okay, so now I will continue to the second slide. Okay, 4.2, which is additional improvement that will you recommend. So the first, so basically we know that this stadium, or that also known as Pusat Sukan Tumpuan, okay, has been renovated or being improved in 2016. So indirectly, there will be not many things or many points that I can talk about it, okay, in term of the improvement that I will recommend, due to it's already has been renovated or being improved in 2016. However, there is one thing that I noticed, that I think the sport organisation has been not concerned, or maybe they did not have budget to it. Okay, so I will talk about it. So the point is to improve their floodlight. So the first point is, some of the floodlight at this stadium, okay, seems to be old and have a high tendency to be broken or fall down to the bench. So as we know, when this situation happen to this stadium or other stadium in Malaysia, okay, it will surely can give a lot of problem, including injury to the fans or the player itself, because of their heavy. So when they fall down, okay, it will give a high tendency to get a problem or injury to other people. So the second point is, some of the floodlight did not manage to achieve a standard level of the floodlight should be, okay, which is minimally is 800 lux. So indirectly, okay, it will not be able to be used for the international level of matches that has been set up. If you want to have a competition or matches in the stadium, you must minimally has 800 lux. Okay, so my suggestion, okay, to this sport organisation or this stadium itself is by changing their floodlight that seems to be not function, and also change their floodlight that not achieve a standard level of lighting, in order to make sure that it will be manage or can achieve a standard level for its quality, okay, that indirectly will be able to improve the stadium and the players' performance as well.
Okay, my name is Putra Isnaim bin Ghazaludin, and I am from SR1T4A. So now I will speak to you the management of the USM hockey facility. So the USM current schedule is that they have many events such as the IPT, the Besta Hockey, and some friendly match. So like almost every day the schedule is in the morning people like the normal student can use the facility, but for evening they have fixed schedule for the USM hockey team to training every day, and then they also held the selection for the varsity hockey team. So all the students in Malaysia come to the USM for the selection for the hockey team. And then this place schedule is also well maintained. They need to have a bet, a good maintenance, because the facility is frequently used, like in the morning and afternoon and the evening. They're also very packed because this place is very heavily requested. So for example, like of the maintenance is like the daily cleaning, like clean up the seats, the any trash bin, and the water sprinkler schedule, like this water sprinkle the field every afternoon daily. So all of this is to maintain the facility in good condition. So it is very good. And then is the procedure for reservation. So there are 3 types of reservation that we can apply. So firstly, the first method that we can use is walk-in. So what this means is like we have to walk in at the reception counter and then fill up the reservation form. So this is pretty much straightforward. Fill out the form and then choose the actual date. But make sure we apply this 7 days before the actual date that we want to use. So the good thing about walk-in is for the public user, they can go for see the environment first of the facility, and they can do a site visit and visit the facility first before they make a reservation. And then the second method that we can use is the online reservation. But however, this method is only for the student of USM only, because we need to have a student USM account. So for example, like firstly they need to log into their student portal account, and then they can fill up the reservation form through online only. So this is very effective and efficient, because it is very simple that you can do this almost everywhere. But make sure that we can apply this only during office hour. Okay, and then the third method is we can do the reservation by phone. So what this means is we can call the reception counter and then make the reservation date, but make sure that we have to pay a deposit after that. So the reason of the deposit is to avoid any cancellation of the reservation. And then this also can be applied during office hour only. So make sure that it is 7 days before the actual date. And then the challenge that occur in the current schedule is that it is difficult to find a free date of reservation. So what this means is that the schedule of the facility is a very heavily requested area. So what we recommend is like we apply the reservation 2 weeks before the actual date, so we can avoid any clash. The management need to organize this before the week. Okay.
Okay. Next, we go to the type of maintenance of the USM hockey stadium. First of all, there are many types of maintenance, such as the predictive maintenance, the preventative maintenance, and the periodic maintenance. The USM hockey stadium use the type of maintenance which is the preventative maintenance as their type of maintenance. What is the preventative maintenance? The preventative maintenance is the regularly scheduled maintenance. It means the USM hockey stadium will always undergo the maintenance. With that, if they will always do the maintenance, which is the preventative maintenance, it can detect early if there is any damage at their equipment or facility at the USM hockey stadium. So they can save the cost. Next is the inspecting of the whole facility and the equipment. From doing the maintenance, it will inspect the facility at the USM hockey stadium, such as the spectator seating, the floodlight, and the condition of the turf. However, for the equipment, it's like the goals, the sticks, the lines. The function of this maintenance is to make sure the condition of the facility and the equipment is in a good condition and safe to be used by all people. It is because the USM hockey stadium is using by all students and the lecturer. Sometimes there is the other other country use the USM hockey stadium because there is the international hockey tournament at this place. Other than that, this type of maintenance also involve the sum of elements, which is lubrications, repair, and replace any part if there is any damage happens. Next, we go to the last point, which is the report provided on every maintenance. At the USM hockey stadium, every maintenance that's doing by the technician will have the report. This report is to determine the lifespan of the facility or the equipment. So the sports facility manager can know the lifespan of the equipment, so they can ready to replace to the new one if the lifespan is damaged. Okay, the next slide is about the unique equipment that used by the USM hockey stadium to maintain the facility in a good conditions. There is the four unique equipment. Okay, the first equipment is the water sprinkler. The water sprinkler is switching on 2 times a day, which is in the morning and in the middle of the day. In addition, this water sprinkler also will be switched on during the game. After that, after the water sprinkler is switching on, it will cause the hockey turf become wet. Uh, the condition of the turf, which is the condition of the turf become wet, is preferred by the players because it will make the movement of the ball move faster, and the player have the better grip at the wet of the hockey turf. This water sprinkler is function to prevent the hockey turf become dry and stiff. It is because the USM hockey stadium is exposed to the direct sunlight. So if they is exposed to the direct sunlight, it will make the lifespan of the hockey turf become damaged faster. With that, they need the water sprinkler to wet the condition of the hockey turf. Uh, the next equipment is the machine mounted brush. The function is to remove the dust from the four layer of the hockey turf surface. For your information, the USM hockey stadium has, after being renovations, they have the four layer of the hockey turf. So they need the unique equipment to use to clean the dust from the every layer of the turf. This machine can clean the deepest layer and every of the layer in the turf hockey. And this machine is doing twice in a week. With that, the hockey turf will always clean and look very clean and look very clean. Okay, next, the unique equipment that used by the USM Hockey Stadium to maintain the facility is the leaf blower. The function of the leaf blower is to blow the leaf that fall down into the hockey turf. This machine is used by the USM Hockey Stadium because the location of the USM Hockey Stadium is located surrounding the trees. With that, there will be many falling leaf will fall into the hockey stadium. The reason why they use the leaf blower then pick the falling leaf by the hand, because when we pick the falling leaf by the hands, it will make the falling leaf become the dust, and uh, so hard to remove it when they have formed the dust. So by the leaf blower, it can blow the leaf easily without form the falling leaf become the dust. Next, the unique equipment to maintain the facility is the drain system. The drain system is play the important roles when in a raining day. It is because when the raining day, there will the excessive of the water. So the function of the drain system is to remove the excess of the water, and it is also to prevent the stagnant of the water. If the excessive of water cannot be removed from the hockey turf, the hockey turf will forming the alga. This when the alga is forming, it will make the condition of the turf become slippery. So it is very dangerous to be used, because when the condition of the turf have the alga, it is more slippery and make the athlete easily fall down during playing at the hockey turf.
So lastly is for the conclusions of facility users. As for the conclusion of facility users, the facility is very useful to the users, such as the students and also the hockey athletes. So basically, the existence of the stadiums are creating a great opportunity to the young talents, which is the young hockey player that representing universities, to play and to play and experience on a high quality turf floor. So basically, if they are not a professional hockey player, which is they are not an national team hockey player, it is very difficult for them to experience playing on an actual hockey turf floor. So basically, sometimes they are playing an unofficial venues such as futsal and also football ground that they are playing. So with the existence of the USM hockey stadiums, when there are entering universities and they are able to presenting the university, so uh, they will have the opportunity to play at the USM's hockey stadiums and experience how they feels that to play on a high quality turf floor that has in the USM hockey stadiums. So basically, it can increase their experience and also increase their performance of their hockey sports. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, for the conclusion of facility design is how a facility will be planning and have the challenge when planning all of that. Okay, when we want to planning, we have the when planning we have the challenging. So planning and challenging is two things that relate with each other, and when we planning, we must follow all the 6 steps. When one step is missing, they can disturb the planning. Okay, I conclude all the steps. First is the conduct feasibility study, which is that uh, have the contingency plan when we face the problem or things. And next is develop a potential budget. Develop potential budget is we estimate the value of our facility and organize various planning commits, which is like we divide all the people that contribute with the plan with this project, which uh, we divide to their commits and set realistic goal and objective. We must set realistic goal and objective because goal and objective can make as a direction and can make this project is successful. And then study political and financial marketplace, which is we know the current political and the financial marketplace, which is the equipment, the substance, the material, so we can know the price of the that contribute with the projects. And lastly, bring the right people to these projects before this project start. The right people is very important because it can guide all of them, all of that contribute with the project to the successful things. And lastly, overcome all the challenges that come. We must overcome all the challenges that come when we planning to make sure that this to build a facility like USM Hockey Stadium is successful. Okay.
So the conclusion is, in the nutshell, I can conclude that this stadium is actually quite familiar or being known, especially among the student and the hockey level itself. So in order to ensure that this sport facility to be in a good condition, it will require the sport organisation or the stadium to have a proper care in terms of their equipment and the facility itself. So it must be supervised frequently by the in charge person or the responsible person, so it will able to preserve its quality and also will be easy to be noticed if the equipment have a problem like being broken or damaged to it. And also will be easy for the sport organisation to take a correct action or choose the best solution for that problem very well. Okay. The next point is, so the first point means that a proper stadium or the quality stadium, okay, should have a proper maintenance or proper care, okay, or proper care. If the stadium did not have that things, okay, for sure that stadium cannot cannot have a standard level or quality on it. Okay. The second point is the facility will be able to stay in a better condition. That indirectly will less the tendency of the facility to be repaired or being renovated. So for sure, okay, when everyone plays their role very well, okay, this thing can be avoided, okay, because we know that when a facility is being repaired or being renovated, okay, for sure it will cost a lot of money to it, okay, that will be wasted. I think that will be wasted for the sport organisation and the stadium itself. So from spending a lot of money to just repair, okay, the damaged one, okay, it actually will be more beneficial for them if using the allocate resources for a lot of other things that is much better or much important to do, instead of you just spend the resources or the money to just keep repairing. So you can use the money or the allocate resources to do other things that is much better and much important. The next point is our responsible as a Malaysian that has a good rational thinking and also a good moral value should do our best in order to preserve its quality. For example, by avoiding ourselves from making a vandalism to it, okay, to the bench, for example, okay, and other things or other facility at the stadium, okay. Because preservation could not be able to achieve if the sport organisation only work for that purpose. It actually will require a lot of cooperation from other people, or we can say from everyone, okay, that including the fans and also the sport organisation, to work as a team, okay, for this kind of purpose. They indirectly will be able to produce a world class of mentality among the Malaysian, and also will be able to produce a world class of sport facility in Malaysia. So I think that's it from me. Okay, so what I want to say is the renovation, okay, or the improvement, maybe sometimes it is not necessary for the sport organisation to do it, because we know it will cost a lot of money, okay. However, if the sport facility has something that has been broken, okay, or being damaged, so maybe it can consider to do a renovation or improvement. But our main job or our main duty is to make sure that this sport facility can be used for a long time, okay, that can be used for other people or other generation, okay. So we should preserve it very well, okay. So I think that's it from me as the conclusion. So I will take this opportunity to miss, okay, I want to say sorry if my presentation was not quite good compared to other people or other students. So I think this is the last video, okay, that we do for you, miss. Because after this we just only focus to the test if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so I will take this opportunity to say sorry, okay, and want you, okay, to pray for our victory or our successful for this sem, because we know that it is quite tough for us for this sem, okay, that has to go through the ODL learning process.
Okay, the conclusion of the management is that their schedule is very effective and efficient. So we need to apply 7 days before the actual date. So this way the management can manage and organize the schedule earlier, so they can avoid any conflict. Other than that is like the procedure of reservation is also flexible, because there are 3 methods. They can is walk-in, online reservation, and also by phone calls. So it's very flexible. And then their schedule of maintenance is also very good, because they water sprinkle the turf hockey in the afternoon, because not many students use the turf hockey during peak hour. And then it is well maintained, like they do the cleaning service almost every day, and then do some inspection of the field every single day, because this facility is a highly populated area because of the pusat sukan tumpuan of hockey. Okay, that's all for me.
Okay, next is the conclusion of the maintenance issue. Okay, from this list, we can conclude that the maintenance is one of the important elements after the buildings or the facility has been built. The maintenance is to keep the physical facilities and the equipment in a good working condition, and making the necessary repair when there is breakdown occur at the facilities. This maintenance also is related about the life. It's because the maintenance because doing the maintenance is to make sure the facilities or the equipment in one of the building is safe from any dangerous or hazard when using the equipment. With that, the customer or the user will feel safe when using it. So when the facility have always do the maintenance, it will make the customer or the user feel safe when using it. With that, it will give the good image and reputation of the facilities. So the facilities can get and gain and generate some income from the good image and reputation, because they have a good maintenance plan of their building. So this is why the maintenance is very important in the building.